Weather forecast is a cool 72 in California. My forecast is a great evening of SFLm games to continue week 2 of the minor league. Welcome to the Thunderfield Field here in San Diego, where the defending champs Flight host the 1-0 Birmingham Hellhounds. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Mark Lopez. With me tonight on the analyst booth is the one and only John Campbell. John, this is a special game for both teams. What are you looking forward to tonight?
That's right, Mark. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to a great game tonight as well. San Jose is having their home opener, as you said, defending as the champions of the SFLm. So it is banner night here in San Jose, and Birmingham is coming off of a dominating Week 1 victory where they threw the first ever shutout in the modern SFLm. I'm looking forward to a game to see, does Birmingham continue a defensive domination, and can San Jose keep their momentum going from last year into Week 2?
We'll see if any of those happen tonight, but only one team can make their fates come true. We'll find out who it is with this kickoff. Let's get it, as the Flight here will receive and return the ball all the way to their 29-yard line. That's where they're going to start their first drive. We're going to take a good look at their offense here, headed by their quarterback, Brady White. Running backs are Rashawn Williams, Joel Harleman, and Speedy Gonzalez. Wide receivers are Aiden Texera, Jimmy Wint, Jamar Shelton. Tight ends are Goradil Khan and Robert Henson Jr. First play of the game will be a handoff down the middle to Rashawn Williams, returning rookie from season 10 from Philadelphia. And tonight is going to be an important key piece here of their offense.
That's absolutely right. Williams had a fantastic training camp, so look for San Jose to continue to run up the gut with Sean Williams all night if they're going to be managing the clock well tonight.
Had 105 carries last week, and another run here down the middle for San Jose. I believe this time it's Joel Harleman. No, that's the fullback, Speedy Gonzalez, getting the carry.
Loving the mix-up with the halfback and fullback. You want to keep that defense on their toes so that even in the I formation, they're expecting a run, but it could be coming from anywhere.
Third and short, heavy set here, going to be a run to the outside as Gonzalez or Williams. Nice run by Rashawn Williams as he picks up first down and more, showing flashes of pro-level running here.
Look at that beautiful cut outside. Gonzalez with the block in the interior, which lets Williams cut all the way outside of the C gap to a beautiful run outside the hashes.
Gonzalez, the fullback, blocking there. Last season in the minors was with San Jose, found his way to Bossier City in the Pro League. Is doing some good work here for San Jose for another season. Here's a handoff down the middle. First down and picks up 8. Great running by Harleman, this time making his name known here tonight. He's from Detroit in the Pro League and is now a part of the San Jose running crew.
And that's what you love out of San Jose. They line up in that bunch formation to make the defense expect a pass, but they're still going to throw it to Harleman right up the middle in that interior run again for an 8-yard gain.
Pitch coming. Here it is. Going to be to the outside as Williams, this time unable to get a first down, but still it's 3rd and 1. What do you think they're going to do here, John?
Oh, he gets that crucial yard that they can make the run still viable, but I wouldn't be surprised to see White throw a play action or something and get the ball a little bit deeper.
Zeke is also in the cards here. It will be a fullback dive, a great run. Did he get it? They'll say they do. The refs on the side of San Jose for now. I wonder if that's challengeable.
It'd be a intense challenge for sure, but it looks like they're going to let it go. Gonzalez hit that A gap perfectly and gained just enough yardage for the first.
Empty tight here for San Jose. They're going to pass on first down. Quick short slant route. Great pass and catch. That's Aiden Texera. First catch of the ball game, and great productive week last week. 2 catches for 61 yards. He might be another weapon for San Jose.
That's right. It's all about the quality, not the quantity. Getting 61 on 2 is 30 yards per catch. And that's what they were doing last season as well. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Aiden get another night of huge play catches.
Here's a handoff to the fullback again. It's going to be the staple of tonight, isn't it going to be, John?
That's right, and it doesn't matter if you put Williams in the halfback or in the fullback because you see that he lined up closer there. That is a weapon that's going to be versatile in any way they use it out of the backfield.
Absolutely love that play because your fullback's basically, half the way there to the line compared to the halfback. You put the speedier back there, he's going to take full advantage. You see your first down, going to be another run here. This time it's, I believe it's Joel Harleman with the carry. Yes, it is. And this run offense of San Jose is surging downfield.
If you're getting 3 yards of carry, no matter which back you're giving it to, you're going to keep going back to that well time and time again. If it works, drink from it.
Run to the outside. Solid blocking. Broken tackle cleaned up there by the Birmingham defense as Williams has been the superstar so far of the night. On the tackle was number 45 on the defense. That a name to that. The strong safety, Sam Garnes, will force 3rd and 1 here.
Keeping the running backs from that first down is one of the strong safety's most important jobs. And Gaines does a great job cutting from all the way in the defensive backfield up to meet the running back.
Great broken tackle as he gets free of a tackler on his feet. Joel Harleman picks up 1st and down, and San Jose now inside the red zone after that play with 5 minutes to go in the first. They've churned up more than 4.5 minutes of the clock already.
Brady's barely had to go to the air at all. And when he has, it's in this empty set formation.
He will throw now. It's pressure coming. Had to let the ball go. Thrown into double coverage. Great stop by the defense there among the defenders. Number 22, one of the non-superstar players once again. Can't quite catch a name on him, but one of the DBs for sure, making that catch difficult.
It was the tight end, Robert Henson Jr. from Detroit, that just couldn't quite fight that coverage and come down with the ball. It's tough to meet all of that physicality right at the end zone. But you see here where Shelton can do it and get the first down, get Jose within 2 yards of the end zone.
And that's Jamar Shelton on a nice post corner. Look at that. Breaks in, then out, and says, bye-bye. A nice catch. Runs out of bounds. I mean, the clock's going to keep rolling. But, to your point, John, it's great position here for Rashawn Williams and company to just run it down the gut here.
Or Brady can throw a play-action play in there and really mess with the defense. But it looks like they're going back to that running well.
They did go back. They really like the outside run out of that I-wing Jokers formation. We'll see if they do something else here. They're going to run offset I. This is going to signal a pitch play to the bottom of your screen here. Lead blocker is Speedy Gonzalez. Here's the pitch play. Tackle from behind it. That's enough to slow him down as Joel Harleman unable to make some room. Birmingham here on the cusp of a goal line stop.
Harleman can break the first tackle, but not the second. It's a spectacular defensive play by Birmingham right at their goal line.
Going to force a throwing formation here for Brady White and company. Brady White will step back, looks for a man, will throw to the middle, and they'll say it's out of bounds. That ball was caught by Jamar Shelton, but not in bounds. I guess we'll see here in the replay.
So here's just out of bounds, out of the back of the end zone. So they're going to have to bring out this kicking unit for the first time tonight.
After a solid drive here, John, you're going to settle for 3. Points is points, but sometimes this close to the end zone, you feel like you could have gotten more.
Well, what you like to see is that all the players are hungry out there. Not just Williams, but your other backs, Harleman and Gonzalez, are running hungry all drive. And Jamar Shelton was coming back with a vengeance after missing most of the first week of the season.
Jamar Shelton returning from Philadelphia last season in the minor leagues. And you're right, he was injured last week in the second quarter, had no numbers to his name before he left here. So, and now already has 2 targets and 1 huge catch. Here comes Birmingham's offense after the kickoff return. They're going to start at their 27-yard line. On their offense, they got Jordan Goodman as the quarterback, Robert Nemchek, Lenore West, and Jalen Wells are the running backs. Wide receivers are Nolan Pierce, Mason Griffiths has been tased, and Marquis Sango. Tight ends are Django West and Mike Kleinak. On the line, you got Damon Alucard and D'Angelo De Jesus. Throw on first down, and you already got a flag on the first play of Birmingham. What do we got here?
It was almost an interception by Isaac Faison, but instead we get a pass interference on Ramnar Sudi.
Oh. I guess he was in the way of the...
Played him just a little too physically, a little too early, it looks like. I'm not sure if the refs are going to be calling it that tight all game, but that's how that play was at least.
Maybe that might discourage more physical plays down the road. We'll see here if that impacts San Jose's defense here. On the line, Kodo Lagans lining out wide. Here's a great run, breaking a few tackles before being destroyed on the tackle. Cletus Youngblood on the huge tackle against Nemchek.
Deletus coming down at the line. But you're going to see a lot of this out of the Birmingham backs. Both Nemchek and West are that shifty kind of elusive back. So if they can break the first tackle, they might get either 3 yards or 10.
Well, they get -1 here. They tackle Nemchek behind the line of scrimmage. Great stuff by the San Jose defense. Actually, let's introduce you to that defense. Rodo Lagans, Dave Wolf, and DeBrickisher Molino on the line. Linebackers are Isaac Faison, Jesus Smith, and Louis Caduti Jr. Quarterbacks Andre Polk and safety Ramner Sudi and Cletus Youngblood. And they collectively as a defense will force a 4th down there. Intended target was Mason Griffiths.
I think that's Cletus deleted Youngblood making just an excellent play against Griffiths there. Just the right amount of physicality to break up the pass without drawing another flag on the drive.
So first drive for Birmingham ends in a punt after a net gain of 2 yards here. It'll be returned. Great broken tackle. Solid return here. He's still inbounds. Great return by Aiden.
That's absolutely right. Aiden does a fantastic play there. I was starting to wonder why Teixeira doesn't call for the fair catch, but when he breaks not just 1, not just 2, but 3 tackles, you knew it was something special.
Teixeira, great running. Running after the catch here. Aiden from San Jose returning to his minor league team here. And, a good story all around the minor league is, sticking with your team, developing with your team, and being a key piece, and him being a key piece in special teams manifested right there. First down here, under 30, pressure coming, and wow! The Birmingham defense just exploded out of the line. That's Gagne.
That's just extraordinary pressure from Birmingham right out of the gate, giving White absolutely no time to set up for the pass.
Saeed Gore with a great sack, untouched, unblocked, unmitigated damage to the quarterback, as now San Jose suddenly an empty. For 2nd and 16, they're at their 35-yard line here. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter as Brady White goes for a deep step back. Was he hit after the catch? Probably, but he still completes it to tight end Robert Henson Jr.
Just an absolutely incredible throw by Brady White to still get that duck of a pass off, and perfect placement to Robert Henson Jr.
Robert was essentially at the right place at the right time to pick up that duck of a pass, as you pointed out, John. So now it's 3rd and 3 here. Jokers. We've seen the fullback dive here. Wouldn't be surprised if they go back that well. It is, and guess who? Rashawn Williams is yards and more. He flips the field in one play, a 20-yard carry.
Just absolutely beautiful. Again, putting the halfback in that fullback spot in the offset joker formation is letting him just get open reign over the middle of the field.
Great running by San Jose. Still no surprise, as they did it in the first drive. They're doing it again here in the second drive, and that's going to keep the clock burning. 1.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Draw play. Harlman breaks one tackle, but really getting caught up behind his own line is what slowed him bunch the most.
absolutely great play by the linebacking core there in Birmingham to stick with the play and keep the pressure moving forward. So when when Harlan got stuck on the line, they were able to keep the game to only 2.
2nd and 8. Spread look here. Gonna be a swing pass to the running back here. Ooh, great spin move there by Rashawn Williams. Let me take this chance to introduce you to the defense of Birmingham. On the line, defensive ends are Fred Himes and Rodney Smith, and you also got Hendrik Callahan in the interior. Linebackers are Saeed Gore and William Patterson. You got one cornerback in Dustin Sukasey, and the free safety is Scotty Kilgane. Offset eye, wing jokers here. Pitch, play to the outside. Rashawn Williams gets plenty of more yards. Will bring down 1-2 Freeman. He's a bowling ball out there.
And that's what's perfect with that toss play to the outside is it lets Williams get enough momentum to, as you said, hit the defender like a bowling ball and just roll right over him.
By the color of the Birmingham uniforms, John, they do look like bowling pins, and Rashawn Williams might just be seeing those as white vertical targets to run through. Empty set here for San Jose. Looking to pass is Brady White. Shout out to team owners putting out fantastic uniforms out on the field. Here's Brady White to pass. Has all the time. Will scramble. Will pick the ball up. 7 yards on the run, and he's going to put his team 2nd and 3 and inside the 15-yard line.
Perfectly timed slide, but if you look at the play before the snap, you can see that San Jose is using this motion to look at what the defense is setting up. And that time they saw man, Brady White saw a pass that he could either make or a lane that he could run through.
1 quarter down, folks. Birmingham is looking down a 0-speed deficit as the defending champs here are on the cusp of another scoring drive already at the 11-yard line of Birmingham. They line up in I-wing jokers here. Only 5 on the line for Birmingham as Rashawn Williams will find the first down and more, and he brings 20 more yards. They say it's a touchdown. They say he broke the plane. Why not give him 6 more points?
The defender with him gets hit at the 6-yard line and pulls that D the whole way in. What an incredibly physical play by Williams.
Incredible physical play by him, by the whole team, in fact. Everyone here, even Brady White, playing physical, throwing out of a hit and making the completion, running, scrambling, and almost taking a shoulder charge. Actually just slid. Probably the least physical play of the drive for San Jose, but great drive overall, John, and it culminates in 7 points. San Jose now leading 10-0, and Birmingham, they need to answer, and perhaps they need to answer quick.
This is the drive to do it. Make sure that you are getting the momentum back on your side before this home crowd gets too into the game and you have no control over the environment.
Birmingham here, back on the field. They allowed 0 points last week versus San Diego, and already 10 points produced by this San Jose offense, who, for all intents and purposes, is a different breed of an offense compared to the San Diego they faced last week. That said, Birmingham gonna have to try to work really hard to match their 31 point production from last week. Here comes Goodman in the I spread formation on first down. They're at their 29-yard line. Pretty good start here for Birmingham. Handoff here down the middle for the halfback. Oh, breaking 1 tackle and more. Picks up 8 yards. Good run by Lenore West, returning from the Season 10 minor leagues from Boston and now with Birmingham.
That's what I was saying before. She is slippery. He got right through the line, gets into the defensive midfield, and gets through the linebacker, and then a safety has to come and finish the tackle with him.
21 carries, 75 yards last week for Lenore. West also had a 3.6 yard per carry stat line. Pretty efficient. As long as you're over 3.5, you are a solid starter. Here's the handoff to the run to the right side, left side, and the great running and more. Nemchek from the major league will put up maybe 10 yards. The Bossier City recruit here. Wow, he's just showing his stuff out there.
And that's that Birmingham run style. They can power block for sure, but where they love to get their running yards from are these elusive, quick cutting, and tackle breaking running backs.
Just put your running backs out there in open space and let them do their work. Here's Goodman to throw. Goodman will release the ball and wow, finds a man downfield and a great route run. That's number 81 has been Keys on the post route, and that's a completion for a first down.
Goodman playing, but still has absolutely reliable weapons in this field. Has-been Keys is chief among them. Last year playing with Philadelphia, Keys showed up when it mattered most and was a constant weapon in the playoffs for them.
And Keys outrunning Andre Pope on that route. Andre Pope behind Keys the whole time. Here's carry down the middle. Oh, just fights his way around the offensive line. That's number 42 once again. Lenore West picking up another carry for more than 4 again.
And you love that play. It's designed as an interior run, but as soon as West hits the line, she gets her hand up there and says nope, and immediately cuts outside of the tackle instead for a 4-yard gain.
Kind of a flip pair split their slots here, but it's going to be a run down the middle again. We'll set up 3rd and inches and good spot for this Birmingham playbook to do anything they want here.
Both teams are really leaning into the run game here in the first half. They're trying to dominate the ground game early, but try and force the other team to go to the air in the second. Unfortunately, it's starting to look like Birmingham might have to make that switch sooner rather than later.
They will get the first down, and I kind of agree to your point here, John. That said, they still got 7 minutes in the second quarter and 2 full quarters to go. The time to pick up the pace sure is better sooner than later, but I don't think they're going to rush it here as Goodman will throw to the end zone. Did he get it? No, they say it's not in.
Goes at the 1-yard line.
We'll see the replay here, John. Was it close to you? Oh,
he may have caught it at the plane, but gets pushed out of it before he can touch the ground, and that's what they're saying, right at that 1-yard line.
Kind of just want to push it in. Your O-line is on the end zone line already. This might be a handoff. Going to be run to the weak side, and that's going to be good for a touchdown. The red carpet rolled out for Birmingham, and who else but Robert Nemchek for 6.
Just walking it into the near side of the field. Nemchek didn't have to even sprint. That blocking was clean by the Birmingham line and Jalen Wells, their fullback.
Jalen Wells coming from Vancouver in the Pro League. One of the storylines has been how his running as a ball carrier has been great in the pros, being utilized more as a blocker to allow the younger players in Birmingham to shine here. And why not shine Robert Nemchek? Although Robert Nemchek himself coming from the Pro League, it's Lenore West who's the one shining as a result of Jalen Wells' blocking.
Well, West was dominating between the 20. He was getting those crucial runs to get them over midfield and up into the red zone, but they decided to get it to the veteran Nemchek for the actual final touch.
Great return here by San Jose. Look at that, all the way to the 40-yard line. Number 81 on the return, Bruce, with a nice return here. The San Jose, 3rd chance on the field. They've scored in their first 2 drives here. Looking to score again and extend their lead as the lead has been cut down to 3. Neither team on a rush, it seems, the way the first few drives have turned out here, John.
That's right. San Jose has been very comfortable splitting their touches between Williams, Parliament, and Gonzalez, making the Birmingham defense never sure where it's coming. Even in a pass formation like this, don't be surprised to see Williams run with the ball.
It will be a short step back for the pass here. A nice post route is going to be complete. Brady White fighting his receiver. Shelton again with a target and a catch. Really saying that the first week injury was a fluke and he's here to produce.
That is absolutely right. And you can see the defense pull forward, expecting the run at all times, just letting Shelton and Teixeira have pretty open looks across the field.
That's true. Aiden Teixeira is the other great weapon that Birmingham has to keep a close eye on. Here's first down at Birmingham side of the field now. Swing pass, we've seen this a second time now to Rashawn Williams, who has done great work with it. We'll pick up a first down in one play. What a great play by the quarterback and the running back.
Been in like a laundromat to avoid going down at the first contact and then stretches out for the first down. That's exactly what you love to see when your running back catches a pass out of the backfield.
And that's what Brady White likes to see from his own running back. Basically, a target you're comfortable throwing to when the need arises. Here's the play out of an offset halfback or fullback closer to the line, and that's going to pick up a few yards out of first down. It's 2nd and 8.
Quick little draw to Harlem in there, but only a 2-yard gain. You're hoping for 3 or 4 out of that the defense is going to pull further away than the Birmingham D.
Offset doubles to the left, and this time Williams will get the run again. 3rd and 7, a rare 3rd and long here, seen by San Jose. How's it going to pan out, do you think, John?
Great tackling by Saeed Gore to set up the long pass, but here we see Brady in that really comfortable empty formation. All of his receivers are going to be running free on the field.
Pressure broke free. Great broken tackle here, and Jimmy Wint from Detroit gets a nice catch, but more importantly, a nice run after the catch.
The yards after the catch were huge there. And that's why you have veterans like Wint coming down to show your rookies how it's done.
Detroit, one of the pro teams who have been very good at recruiting from the minor leagues, and it's showing they got so many young talent up there in Detroit, and some of them who are returning here in the minor league as support have been doing wonders here. Pressure for San Jose as Brady White will throw to the left side. It's a flag in the end zone. What a poor time to get a flag on the PI, potentially. It is.
Oh, you hate to see it. Pass interference by the defense inside the end zone. They're going to get a fresh set of downs starting at the inches. That's what you hate to see as a defensive coach.
Got to work on their discipline here. And maybe you can argue to loosey-goosey on that whistle is the ref. Talked about this on their first penalty, John, whether, the penalties will impact the defense. But it looks like no, they're playing as aggressive. Here's Jokers on 1st and goal at the 1. Fullback dive. Run it. It's been working wonders. You got Rashawn Williams there in the fullback spot. Rashawn Williams will get it, and he just dives down there into the end zone.
And you called it perfectly. It was the perfect time for the fullback dive. They sent the tight end in motion across the field, read the zone, and knew that they could pop Williams right through the center and the guard for an easy dive.
Another great, fantastic drive by San Jose. They pick up first down after first down. Veterans and rookies alike making their numbers called, and capping it off as another Rashawn Williams touchdown. 2 on the board for him. It's second quarter, 7-7. Birmingham now with the ball. Ball's on their court. What are they going to do here?
Expect another aggressive attempted return by Nolan Pierce. He had 2 good ones already. We're going to hope that they get past the 30 if you are a Birmingham coach and fan. And there you are at the 32.
You're right, you called it perfectly, and he could have gotten more there, John. He sneaked one set of tackles to the left here. You'll see here as he dives down to avoid everyone, and still great tackling there too by the special teams of San Jose to reduce any potential damage. But Birmingham will start at their 32. 3 minutes 54 seconds left in the second quarter here, folks. You're watching the SFL minor league here in a Virtual Football Network. If you haven't already, hit that like button. We're having a great slot of games here, and this is turning out to be a great game as well. Handoff down the middle. For sure. That's going to be Lenore West again with a great run down the middle for 6. She's been great, picking up no less than 4 yards a carry.
And we've seen sort of the opposite strategy from Birmingham, which we've seen from San Jose. San Jose is mixing their runs all the way through. Birmingham has been really set with Lenore in the open field and then Nemchek down when it's close.
Here's a nice catch, but oh no, fumbled by the receiver. It was a great catch on that throw. Fumbled and taken advantage of by San Jose, forcing a turnover. You hate to see it if you're a Birmingham fan.
With that, Pierce, oh no, that was not Pierce. That was Mason Griffiths makes an excellent catch across the middle of the field, but can't quite pull it in before it gets punched out by the San Jose linebackers.
Mason Griffiths, the season 11 minor league rookie, just joined this season. You know what he's gonna progress and work on. Definitely that secure ball of his, work on those hand drills. Here's first down and 10, and they say it's a gain of 3. Felt like only 2 yards, but Rashawn Williams, once again, to start the drive off.
They're battling it hard in the trenches, and San Jose feels really comfortable with that fight here in the first half.
You already see there, 6 yards per carry on 12 carries, good for 72. Here's Irene Jokers again. Little run to the outside, and it's good for almost a first down. Harleman. Yes, that is Harleman with a great run. That's a twist you're talking about, John. Rashawn Williams the fullback and Harleman the fullback. Well, he's a halfback, but he used to be fullback in the halfback spot.
And still keeping Speedy Gonzalez on the field as well. They're mixing all 3 backs in constantly for not only this drive, but every drive so far in this half.
Here's the favored fullback dive here to Rashawn Williams. She breaks everything, and he breaks everything. Harleman is untouched. Well, he's very much touched, but got away from everyone.
The only defender in front of him was Sam Garnes, and if he had broken that last tackle, it would have been an easy lane to 6. Oh, what an incredible play through the middle pile-up in that field.
That's the 2-minute warning, folks, as San Jose taking advantage of a fumble turnover by Birmingham, and they're looking to extend their lead, sitting at 17-7 currently. At minimum, they are already in field goal range, so at minimum, they can extend it to, well, I don't know if they're quite there yet, but in the Pro League, this would be in field goal range. It'll line up a doubles offset. It's going to be a dive down the middle. Man, Rashawn Williams looks giant when he's lined up in the backfield.
That is a powerful beast of a running back. His numbers from Philadelphia last season were incredible, and even those I don't think do justice to how strong of a back Williams truly is.
Harleman will run to the outside, get some good blocks, breaks a good tackle, and he's going to pick up a first down. It's the Rashawn Williams-Harleman show, and unless Birmingham can stop these two, and even if they do, guess who they have left in the running back crew?
It's just an endless well. It's Gonzalez, it's Harleman, it's Williams. Honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised to see Reynolds thrown out there for a play or two just to keep the defense guessing.
Wide receivers here are having a relatively relaxed night, just blocking for their running backs. Even their tight ends here, Gordell Khan and Robert Henson Jr. Running back dive down the middle. Not Speedy Gonzalez, but Rashawn Williams is definitely speedy on that.
And making that little hurdle to start it too. That turns that from 4-yard gain into an 11-yard gain.
San Jose calls their first time out here. They're already in first and goal situation, but they got 2 timeouts and under 2 minutes to go. Triple look here. Wonder if Brady was going to throw out of this formation. They could run it too against this loose defense. Only a 4-man front. He will throw. Here's Brady White throwing to the right side. Ooh, well covered there. Intended for Wint, I believe. Yes, Jimmy Wint was the intended target, but covered well on the out route.
Absolute blanket coverage, and it seems interesting what the refs are and aren't letting fly. I bet it's confusing for the defensive players out there, but that looked clean and was blown clean.
Triple look again, but this time Williams is offset. Brady White will throw. Brady White, had a man, but jarred loose out of the hands of Robert Henson Jr., the other Detroit tight end. As I realized, both of their tight ends are from Detroit here, but Birmingham covers that well. I mean, you're in the end zone, John. That passing lanes are going to get tighter and well defended.
Back passes in the red zone is an interesting choice after the run has been so successful all half. And you wonder if that's what the coach sent them out there with, or if that's a play that White called an audible on once he saw what the defense was putting out.
There's a good chance that time was also not in their favor. They had to pass it. Here's the throw to the right side. Well covered on man coverage as the fade route was not open at all. It's 4th and goal and a field goal. Once again forced by Birmingham inside the 10-yard line.
You could see Teixeira already turning to the ref and saying they were getting covered a little too tightly, looking for that flag again deep. But they're going to be happy to take any points away with this drive. Going towards the end of the half with 20 points up is a really nice place to build.
Indeed. Up 13 points. And also, John, the pace the game has been going with all these runs. 13 points seem like a mountain to climb out of.
I'm going to love to see the time of possession numbers at the end of this game because you are right. San Jose has just been chewing clock from the first kick.
Another great return here. And I guess if there's one thing that we can definitely give Birmingham praise for has been the returning of Nolan Pierce here, bringing it up all the way to almost the 40-yard line. I think it's the 35 where he's going to get stopped at.
And if they can start turning that fortuitous field position into consistent points, they're going to have a really, really, really great time in the second half. They have to find a way to get those Pierce returns into Pierce points.
Deep coverage here by two of their DBs. Meanwhile, 5 on the line showing blitz here by San Jose's defense. We'll see what happens. They will rush 5 as Birmingham will throw to the right side. Nolan Pierce, nice catch, and they'll say it's a flag, maybe an incidental face mask.
That's what it looks like, a face mask bringing him down, and that's just not what you want to see out of the defense. You can tackle him clean there. There's no reason to give them a free set of downs and a free timeout.
They call it a personal foul, and yeah, indeed, free timeout, extra yards, and already maybe this is about 10 yards away from field goal range. They just need 1 first down to be secure of any points here. As Goodman will look to throw. Goodman will throw deep again, and Goodman finds his receiver. What an insane throw and haul in by the Birmingham wide receiver.
It's an incredible catch. I think that was Has-Been Keys out there making the leaping catch like a ballerina in the midfield. Just what you love to see that deep to put Birmingham comfortably within scoring range.
Person down at the 22-yard line of San Jose. Birmingham knocking on the door of the end zone. Goodman will look to throw. Pressure is there. He will find his man. These corner routes are insane for Goodman.
And that's ease again with incredible field awareness to get just over the first down line and then get brought down with the catch.
And just like San Jose, they find themselves about 10 yards away from the end zone with opportunities to pass here. Triple look again as Jordan Goodman will step back short. Step back a bit more. Open. Oh, he had an open man deeper in the end zone, but decides to dump it off to the tight end, Django West.
And that's what you're talking about earlier with all that tight coverage on those passing routes in the red zone. It can be hard to see where your open man actually is. And he tried to throw it to West when really that might not have been the easiest reception.
Take a look for San Jose against another passing play. Pressure's coming. Oh, he had an open man. Who's that? Has-Been Keys outrun his route, perhaps.
But Andre Pope almost coming in with a pick. And let me tell you, with the speed that guy has in the open field in front of him, if that's an interception, that might have been a 100-yard pick 6.
Agree. Pressure's on now to Birmingham to make this 3rd and 10 completion. Quads look. Jordan Goodman. Did he get there? Doesn't get a first down at all. Great defensive stop here by San Jose. They forced 4th and 1 in the field goal as Birmingham had 2 good looks at the end zone in the 2 prior plays.
Someone's got to check the Birmingham headsets because they might be listening to me. They were going for Pierce in the red zone, trying to get those Pierce points, like I said at the beginning of the drive. But taking this field goal here is still great. Going into the second half down 10 feels infinitely better than going in down 13.
Definitely. And Birmingham keeping up pace with San Jose. San Jose doubling up in score. But Birmingham also has a turnover as a part of that, really. So they just gotta kick this ball off. Maybe try to kick it to the end zone. Let's not leave it to chance here. But this ball's gonna drop to the 5-yard line, so it's gonna have to be run back here. Great return by San Jose, and Birmingham cleans it up. Who else? Who else, John, but Nolan Pierce on the kicking unit too. Coverage as well.
Special teams both ways. That's the kind of thing you love to see. Playing the gunner position as well as the return man.
Yeah, he's over the field. He's I mean, kind of overworking your veteran there. Veteran from Carolina who had 4 receptions, 39 yards last week. He's doing everything tonight for Birmingham. San Jose, let's see what they do with 7 seconds left. Okay, they decide to throw. Here's Brady White. I mean, those outside routes make sense because if those outside routes break away, there's very little defenders to provide help. It's just that he threw to, I believe that's number 45, the tight end Robert Henson Jr.
Well, and you can either get great yards or you can step out of bounds right away and stop the clock. But you're right, the coverage was just a little too tight on Henson, and he couldn't come down with that ball.
And they'll say, let's head into the locker room with this final run of the half. Folks, that is it. 2 quarters down, 1 half finished to this ball game. It is not over. It is a close game. San Jose leading 20-10. What a great first half. What did you think of that so far, John?
Well, it is exactly the kind of thing that you love to see as an SFLm football fan. You saw some spectacular running out of both teams. San Jose mixing up a ton with Williams and Harleman and Gonzalez, but really you have to tip your hat to Williams more than anybody else with those 2 rushing touchdowns and just some of those incredible yardage plays in the middle of the field. And then on the other side of the ball, Birmingham is absolutely doing great things with Goodman and West and Nemchuk as well. Both sets of backs on the offense are having a day today.
Totally agree. And the defense, too, by San Jose, forcing that fumble in the first place, giving their team the chance at the ball. And no doubt that Rashawn Williams is your player of the half with 17 reception yards, but more importantly, had those 2 rushing touchdowns in
and
the first half.
1 yard shy of the century mark in the first half. And I think that's why they gave him the rush right before the whistle was blown, to see if they could get him that 100-yard mark in the first half.
Perhaps that's some internal incentive that we are not aware of. Nonetheless, he is your player of the half. Welcome back to week 2 of the minor league. We have the San Jose Flight hosting the Birmingham Hellhounds. Both teams coming off of a 1-0 start to the season, and both teams coming off of huge wins in week 1. But now we look at the scoreboard. Birmingham trying to play catch up to San Jose. They will have first dibs on the ball in the second half here, lining up at their 29-yard line. First time they start inside their 30-yard line for Birmingham. They line up in triples look here. Maybe a handoff down the middle. Great tackling by the San Jose Flight defense as they gave the ball to Nemchuk on first down.
And don't let starting at the 28 fool you. That was still an excellent return by Pierce. It was just the first time that the San Jose kicker, Aldmir, had managed to kick it into the end zone. That was still a 30-plus yard return by Pierce.
Here's second down and long, and wow, Goodman on second down throws it to Sango. We finally call Sango's name for the first time. Marquis Sango from Lexington makes a huge catch on the beautiful post route.
Sango was close to making a good catch in the first half as well, but just couldn't quite come down with it. That is exactly what you want to see out of that Lexington dev player.
joining a part of the dev team. Several players from the pro league joining the dev team make it down to the minor league and show off their stuff. But look at this, great running by Lenore West as well. 6 yards to the outside. She, she's looking to heat up if she hasn't already from the first half.
Eventually brought down by Kim Herring, but that run was a combination of excellent blocking by Wells and Alucard, but also a beautiful spin move by West.
Ooh, I believe that was Nemchik who got swarmed there. Amongst the tacklers was Louis Kodudi Jr.
Kodudi Jr.'s first play action this week, new to the SFLm. Way to get your name called in your first game, champ.
Welcome, welcome. We welcome all rookies to the league. We always enjoy watching them develop and grow into eventually pro players. And great pass play by Jordan Goodman as he finds another streaky Marquis Sanga, who is now 2 for 3 tonight.
Just running straight up the line. Sango made no allusion to where he was going. It was...
It's a very similar route where it's vertically and then breaking out on the post and pulling the receiver. It's going to eat up those cover 2 coverages. Here's I spread first down. It's going to be a dump off and a PI. This is the third time we've seen a defensive pass interference here, John.
And a completely unnecessary PI at that. The defense was already spectacular by the San Jose defender. But for some reason, Whitley decides to just make the tackle instead of playing the ball.
Yeah, definitely a rash decision there. It's going to force first down, move the ball forward. I mean, it almost feels like Birmingham's momentum from the previous drive, although they only scored a field goal, the momentum was still there. They still got inside the 10 here. They're almost there. They're at the 16 of San Jose. They line up empty bunch. It looks like
putting 4 receivers on the near side.
Overloading that side. We'll see if he throws there. Get the short drag route. He'll throw to the right side and overthrows anyone. Marked probably the way there were many black uniforms on that side.
Aiming right for the pylon, but none of the receivers broke to that out route, and the ball goes to no one.
Second and 10 now. Now they're in their bunch look here. Perhaps a rollout, perhaps a handoff. It's going to be a step back here by Goodman. Jordan flushed out a bit of the pocket and finds his man. Guess who it is, John?
The one, the only, Marquis Zango, having himself an absolute spectacular game now that he's warmed up a little bit. And here we see him making a catch within the 5-yard line to set up the Birmingham Hellhounds for a 1st and goal.
Zango has been the player of this drive. 3 catches in this drive alone on fantastic routes here. They line up now 1st and goal at the 3. Jokers, they've always run this ball to the outside. It's going to be a pass on 1st down. He gets sacked. Goodman could not withstand the pressure. The offensive line lets him down.
Goodman nearly throws off both because as soon as Laggins gets there, Goodman breaks free, but Wolf just finishes that sack with authority.
And we see this all around the league, minors and pro league, 1st and goal. Teams will sometimes pass to throw the opponents off, but a good defense will read it well, and you saw right there, it led to a sack here. So now suddenly it's 2nd and goal, 2 yards back. It's going to be a handoff to the outside. Great block, and who else but Robert Demchek picks up 6.
Demchek with the uncharacteristic stiff arm, meeting that defender in the backfield with a muscle and breaking free to the end zone.
I want to see the replay on this because it's either Wells or a tight end who makes a great block. It was the tight end, and so it was just one-on-one. Nemchik versus, I believe, Ramnar Suri, the safety, probably. But it seemed a better one-on-one matchup for him. As a lighter safety is easier to break tackle off compared to a linebacker.
And topping it off with the dive for style points. Just a little whipped cream on the play to say, you know what, Williams? I'm just as bad a back as you are. Welcome to the show. Absolutely spectacular running back duel that we've got here tonight.
Robert Nemchik is lighting up the stat sheet. Had 53 yards last week and up to another touchdown this week. He's been doing good stuff for this Birmingham offense. Here comes San Jose. They're going to return it to the 39. And a great return once again. They're going to start. They're going to need only 61 yards to get to the end zone. Look at averaging 30 return yards tonight.
Absolutely great return by Bruce, but here's my player of the game so far with the tackle. You got it. It's Nolan Pierce coming in again on special teams, making plays. This guy is all over the field for Birmingham.
Kind of makes sense, with the speed of Pierce, might as well put him out there in special teams so he could clean up on those plays the way Bruce has been returning the ball well. Here's a first down by Brady White, a rare first down pass, but also a good completion downfield. He's going to show up Jordan Goodman and say, I can sling it too.
That's absolutely right. Brady White said, okay, we're going to have ourselves an air raid second half. Here's my man, Jimmy Wint, for a solid gain right over the middle of the field.
And both teams really taking advantage of post routes as now the tight end Jimmy Wint, making most of that mismatch. Here's a run down the middle on first down. It's for Sean Williams, who picks up another 5 yards. I mean, you can almost expect Rashawn Williams to keep getting those 5 yards. What you really need to do if you're Birmingham is, can you stop it afterwards? Can you stop the 2nd and 5, force 3rd and 5 again?
That's right, and Sam Garnes making another strong tackle out of the safety position to prevent Williams from getting too many yards. And they're meeting Harleman in the backfield. But at what point does the Birmingham backfield have to stop the bleeding for the run game and make something happen in the air instead?
Well, that's likely what's going to happen here. Is lining up in bunch is San Jose. Expect the rollout, but they've always done a deep step back here. It's the rollout here. He'll throw out to the middle runner, and that's a great pass. That's a great play. Everyone seems to love that play in the minors, in the pro league. Intended target and completion to Jimmy Wint again.
And Jimmy Wint putting him in that slot position and that nifty little corner over the middle of the field is going to get him in that perfect sweet spot of that cover 2 zone.
Look at this, 5 on the line for Birmingham. The 2 linebackers, but they'll only rush 4. And okay, it was Harleman on that carry. I was wondering why it wasn't any more than 3 yards, but still a solid carry.
They'll get through that great wall, as it were, of fighting 5 hands-down linemen to get 3-yard gain. It was pretty nice by Harleman.
You're Birmingham, you got a pinch here. Blitz the A-gap, because look at this. Fullback dive, and they did pinch. They don't allow any yards out of the fullback dive. Rashawn Williams is tackled for a loss.
Finally, that Birmingham D making a spectacular stop at the line, and that was their corner, Dustin Sakasi, I believe, making a great read on that play.
Brady White will throw to the right side. That's caught. Easy pickings is Jamar Shelton back on the scoring board again. Another catch, and this time for a touchdown. Look at it, all the way from the left side and runs to the right open.
An absolutely huge catch for Shelton. We saw him making a statement in the first half with all of the yards, but now we see him getting back to the form from last season. He had 6 touchdowns and receptions as long as 57 yards last year. So this is what San Jose would love to see out of him again for this year.
They answer back, and they answer quick. San Jose re-extend their lead to 10. Birmingham with a quarter and 4 minutes to go to close the lead. They have been able to close the lead. They've been able to cut it down to 3 on many occasions, John, but really it's the defense that need to stop the bleeding. Here comes Nolan Pierce. I told you up there, John, but Nolan Pierce with another fantastic run. He's just so swifty. Swifty? That's not the right. That's not the right term. He's he, he's agile there on the outside, making that. Look at these juke move here. Well, actually, he just run outside. Actually.
That's right. He puts up the hand, makes the defender expect a stiff arm, so he slows up just enough for Pierce to turn on the Jets and cut it outside of the numbers for a beautiful run, giving Birmingham their best field position of the night.
Definitely not the term I was looking for. And in fact, still looking for the word on the tip of my tongue. But here's first down for Birmingham. Looking to throw again. Goodman. Great throw. Jordan finds his receiver downfield. This time, it's number 81, Has-Been Keys, who picks up his second catch of the evening.
Has been acting like a Swiftie knocking on San Jose's door saying, "Hi, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me," for another beautiful catch.
Goodman almost at 200 yards, as you saw in the stats update there. His quarterback rating is 115, and that's without a touchdown. That's how accurate he has been throwing tonight. He lines up in a triple formation here inside the 39-yard line of San Jose. Gonna give it to Robert Nemchik. Picks up 6 yards, setting up 2nd and 4. They can do anything here. Run it, short pass it. The playbook's open.
The Bossier City running back again making a name for himself here in Birmingham, grabbing those 6 yards on first down like it was candy in a baby's hand.
There we go. Some kind of look on Pierce slot or something. But, ooh, a little rumble down the middle. They say first down. They say first down.
They're giving Lenore the first down on that, and she fought for every inch of that down.
And they're not going to challenge. And Lenore must have given pregame snacks to the refs or something. They spotted her there. Here's an empty bunch for the Birmingham Hellhounds. Jordan will look to throw on a nice drag route. Had a high-low drag concept and chooses the right receiver. It's Lenore West. No, it's
Django West. That is Lenore's cousin, Django West, with a beautiful drag over the middle, which drew the defenders into a spectacular opportunity for yards after the catch.
So you got one West running the backfield offense and one running downfield, making those great plays. You get a beauty of an offensive concept there. Goodman lining up again with single back for chance of pass play here. He will look to throw. He's throw downfield to the end, and it's caught in double coverage. Birmingham answers back quick. It's who else but Marquis Sango.
Absolutely smothered and covered like my Waffle House half browns. Marquis Sango makes an incredible catch for this touchdown to keep Birmingham tight in this game.
Sango had only 3 receptions last week, but tonight he's been playing out of his mind. He in his pro team, in the pro team Lexington Miners, he only has 4 catches. He already has that many in this one game alone, and showing why he's such a lethal weapon, and basically, a great weapon to have for that Lexington Pro League as a backup wide receiver.
Well, and Sango's one of those guys who has that physicality about him, so he can take the place of West or Connect on any of the tight end formations they have as well. Sango is an incredible weapon to have in the air for any offense, and both Birmingham and Lexington are lucky to have him.
Hold on. The kickoff was fumbled by San Jose and recovered by Birmingham. They say we're not done with their scoring spree. Here we go. Isaac Bruce was fantastic all night on returns. Fumbles it. And that gives Birmingham a shot here at finally tying or taking the lead.
One of those Birmingham linebackers or fullbacks just ripping the ball out of Bruce's hand.
JW Hart on chat just says no as the reaction to that play. Here's Brady. Goodman looking to throw. That's a post route that we've seen all night, but this time in double coverage. Among those in coverage was Cletus Youngblood. Cletus Deleted, as people call him.
And that's exactly why they call him that. He takes a beautiful offensive play and can just delete it from your playbook for a night.
One of these plays he's going to be involved in a player getting injured, and we can say that he deletes that player too, but we'll see if that happens. Empty bunch here for Goodman. Oh my goodness! What a catch! West.
Django West pulling it down just hard, showing why he's the tight end of this team and not Marquise Dango.
I believe that is Cletus again in coverage, but this time it's a bigger target he's trying to cover, and he was just above the route, so he couldn't do anything when that throw was made.
There's only so much you can do when you have strength going against a man of that size.
So he's going to make it up for it by deflecting this pass on first down. He was this time stationed down the middle as opposed to doing man coverage. It's 2nd and 10. Great defensive play. 2nd and 10 now. They are again at the 20-yard line. This is already field goal range for Christian Ronald Sui. Triple look here for Goodman. He will throw. Short step back. Oh, almost pick as Andre Pope read that route well and almost cut the route, almost picked it off.
Another true SFLm Season 11 rookie, Andre Pope, with just some spectacular coverage and once again nearly making the pick at the end zone where it matters most.
Some kind of chips empty look here. Birmingham, John Goodman, or Jordan Goodman, will look to throw on the roll. Oh, that's a flag! It's a flag again! They can't get enough of these PIs!
This time by the home team. So far, most of these brutal flags have been given to the Birmingham defense, but this time we see San Jose just cutting it too physical too early in the red zone.
San Jose fans getting nervous, quieted a bit here by this Birmingham offense as they are now knocking on the door here. They've thrown on 1st and goal here, but we'll see if they go back to the run. They will throw. It's a short pass down the middle, but the routes were not developed at all as the tight ends were hung up by the defenders.
That's exactly right. Weston Clinic couldn't quite break out into the middle of the field. Just a spectacular job by those light defensive linemen to hold
2nd
the
and goal.
physical receivers where they were.
2nd and goal. Here we go. Touchdown! They just needed one carry, and Lenorwa says, I got that carry. I got one in my pocket, too. Here's another touchdown for us. They take the lead, 26-23.
West with just a absolute fierce run, popping through every defender that came to attack her, pushing forward for another 6.
So it was a score actually to 30-27. They take the lead. It's a 4-point lead after this extra point, which is good. And Birmingham, who was down 10 points most of the night, finally sees themselves up 4 for the first time in this ballgame.
Taking the lead with a minute to go in the third is what you love to see. That is coming back in the clutch, and that is fighting for every inch on the field.
Here comes Coach JW, or not Coach JW, but JW on the sideline and chat, probably clenching his behind and hoping that this isn't fumbled.
Hey, Bruce hits the turf that time with the ball in his hands, so at least San Jose knows where they're starting the drive this time.
I'm being corrected. There was JW is indeed the coach of San Jose, coaching Detroit as well, and bringing his offensive prowess down here to the minor league. I believe Eli, assistant coach, handling the defense for San Jose as well. Here's the empty set look for Brady White and company. It's a nice drag route, and it picks up 7.
Beautiful rolling catch by Teixeira. That's what you love to see out of the slot receiver with that mid-level drag.
Middle-level drag will bring them to 2nd and 3. So 2nd and short, they land up in this offset. I was blown up earlier in the pitch play. We'll see if Birmingham can replicate that. Here it is, the pitch play.
Again.
Oh, tackled finally. It's 3rd and 1. What do you think they're going to do? I feel like they have a couple good options in the playbook that they've shown so far, John.
I wouldn't be surprised if they went back to that Williams out of the fullback position dive. Even though Birmingham's managed to stop it, it's been a while since they've seen it, so they might go back to that well again.
It's Speedy in the fullback and Harleman in the backfield. Harleman will get the ball. Harleman is unblocked, but he's going to finally get tackled.
They're giving the first though.
Oh, and that's going to end the quarter. No chance to challenge the call. Oh my God.
You hate to see it if you are rooting for Birmingham tonight, but that was one heck of a play call by San Jose there.
Coach of Birmingham, let's see, being head coached by Michael Goodman, he kept the flag on his pocket for too long, couldn't challenge that in time. So now Birmingham defense still on the field. Here's the character Rashawn Williams. Will pick up 5 yards again before being tackled by this Birmingham defense. This interior has been being feasted on by Rashawn Williams.
It is the fourth quarter, so everyone get your fours up in chat. But we are seeing Williams put a clinic out there. Over 5 yards a carry on 20 touches. That's some powerhouse running.
Already has over 100 yards. Great run by Joel Harleman on the outside as he finds a small gap and takes advantage for a first down.
And that's how you know the team is truly dominant on the ground, when you've got one receiver getting 5 yards a carry and your other back, Harleman, is also dominating the field as well.
Sean Williams gets 1 yard. I think he gets double tackled here. One of it is Saeed Gore, and likely another one was the other linebacker, William Patterson.
Single back draw just not working out for San Jose there, and Williams gets boffed right at the line of scrimmage.
Gore and Patterson, both from Albuquerque in the Pro League. They'll make a play here. It's number 46 actually in the defense, making the tackle, and it's 3rd and 5, and this has been a pass opportunity for San Jose all night.
Don't be surprised if you see another route with Shelton, Winton, Teixeira getting some rubs and crosses going out.
Eyes on Shelton and Teixeira here. Empty set for Brady White. He's going to motion Teixeira from right to left here, overloading that right or that left side of the offensive line. Birmingham matches an extra defender. Brady White will step back, jumping on the line. Wow, there was a defensive lineman who jumped that pass, turning into a short catch, and great tackle inside the sticks by number 26 from Birmingham.
That's right. Andrew Davidson, the corner, making sure that Teixeira cannot make the run for the first down on that route. And now San Jose is forced to punt back to Birmingham deep in their own territory.
Sorry about that, but yeah, definitely a key 3rd down stop there, as it will keep the lead on Birmingham's side of the ball. San Jose is going to be back on the field here. This is the furthest back they've been all game, all night. But they've been playing mistake-free football all night. This is the triple look that they've kept passing on. They will pass again on 1st down. Oh, the hit bubble pass. There could have been a chance for a pick, but no one in the vicinity to try to catch it.
They didn't quite get the ball out in time, and Goodman is left with a lame duck in the air that everyone has a sigh of relief didn't get turned over.
Triple look again by Goodman. He's going to pass here the way he has been doing so all game. Short step back this time. A quick slant route. That is good. I believe that's number 88. No, it's number 84, Django West again. A great catch. He has been all over the place all night.
On the inside, on the outside, when Birmingham has needed that physical middle of coverage catch, they've gone back to the main tight end West time and time again.
West has been incredible tonight. Probably my player of the game if Birmingham comes away with a win here. Could be also Goodman. The Goodman will roll out. Flag again!
The Zebras are having a yellow flag party tonight. We are seeing pass interference all over this game now, and it gives Birmingham a free first down right in the middle of the field.
Man, the DC, the defensive coordinator of San Jose, Eli, might need to have a talk-in after the game with the defense. Work
And
on
once
your,
again, completely unnecessary. Andre Pope was
yeah.
on that play, had no problem stopping the pass, but for some reason, the safety gets involved and gets a PI.
Goodman will look to throw again on the rollout. Goodman finds a nice drag route here. Once again, this time it's Keys.
Has been Keys showing that quickness and that straight line speed. As soon as he made the cut across the middle of the field, Goodman knew that was the route to go to.
Wish we could get a stats update for Goodman, but Keys himself has 5 receptions to 87 yards, nearing the century mark as well. This passing game has been very, very productive. Birmingham now, I doubted it at the beginning, but they've caught up to the 31-point production they did last week.
Just an absolute.
Ooh, handoff here. Pick up of 3 yards.
Nemchuk getting a couple of yards here, and Birmingham is just putting on an absolute clinic of what it means to coach on the fly. The adjustments they made right before the second half and in the halftime locker room have clearly paid off, and they are comfortable with what they have drawn up here in the fourth.
Motioning the fullback here to an offset look, and that's not enough to provide additional blocking here, as I believe that's West. Yes, that is Winner Nemchuk on the carry, unable to get more than 2 yards. The 3rd and 3. This might be a running down for Birmingham. We'll see what they line up in. It looks like it's a tight triple look, single back here. Run to the outside, perhaps. They're gonna motion. Has been Keys from left to right. Extra blockers on the right side, or it could be misdirection. No, it's a rollout. Passing on 3rd and 3. Nobody. I think he overthrew his target.
He was going back to West again, and you're absolutely right. Just overthrew him, or maybe West got held up on the route a little bit, and the play never quite developed the way Goodman wanted it to, and instead we end up with an incompletion.
And unfortunately, I think we're just a couple yards away from Ronald Sui's furthest range. He's not going to kick the 48-yard field goal. He's going to kick a punt. So the San Jose defense basically redeemed themselves after a terrible defensive pass. Not interception, but the DPI, essentially.
Well, and this punt for Birmingham was an absolute beaut, pinning Brady White and the San Jose offense at the 8-yard line. That limits your offensive playbook a little bit. They're going to have to get at least 3 or 4 yards before they can really open it up.
5 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. This might be the drive that San Jose needs to take the lead back, as it's going to be difficult after this. They start at their 8-yard line. First down, they give it to Rashawn Williams, who breaks a few tackles before being brought down after a 4-yard carry.
That's right. And what's really crazy about that, Mark, is that 4-yard carry lowers Williams' yards per carry this game. He is still having just an absolute monster of a night.
8 in the box for Birmingham against this heavy set by San Jose. They'll give it to Harleman. Harleman gets plenty of yards. Harleman gets a first down. It's 1st and 10. No rush by San Jose to get to the end zone. They want to be the last team to hold the ball here.
Absolutely beating the stacked box thanks to that pancake block by the guard, Jack Big Boss, opening up the lane for Harleman to get a good 11 yards on the ground there.
A shout out to those offensive linemen for San Jose, Landon Onem and Jack Big Boss. Great names for players to on the line. Here's the handoff once again down the field. Ooh! As Rashawn Williams gets caught up by his lineman and slowed him down enough to be tackled.
And that's a throwback to the first quarter when Lenore West had that exact same run but turned it into a gain of 8. Williams tries to copy the same here in the fourth and just gets caught up at the line of scrimmage.
That was Patterson on the tackle. Here's a rollout by Brady White. Brady White will throw and completes. That roll.
What an insane catch. That catch there by Jimmy Wint shows the confidence that White has in his man. throwing him into coverage, letting him hit that one-handed grab. Woo-wee!
Indeed, one-handed, had to Superman jump for it. Coverage was basically on his hip and makes the catch under duress. Jimmy Wint seems unstoppable. I think if I'm Coach JW, I just keep calling plays for Wint. But we'll see what happens here. They might just keep handing this off to Rashawn Williams. There's 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. They will give it to Rashawn. No, it's to Joel Harleman. Joel Harleman will get 3 yards in the play. 3 minutes and 20 seconds and counting. They are still in their side of the field here.
You'd hope to see a little bit more urgency than at this point. Sure, they want to be the last team to hold the ball, but they do have to get down deep enough to score 4. Field goal's not going to do it here.
But the way this offense has been running, it seems like first downs are almost near guaranteed, even when it's a second down here. Great blocking by the interior, and at least a good save tackled again by Patterson.
And just an absolutely beautiful read on the play. Patterson is covering a pass lane on the outside, and he cuts in to stop the run from going too deep. Beautiful heads-up coverage by the outside linebacker.
Brady White will throw. Brady White has time. Will throw. Will find a man. He finds the more left, and Aiden Teixeira. What a play!
Whoosh! That is an incredible catch by Teixeira, and then to cut it with the spin to the outside to avoid the immediate corner. Look at that. Just beautiful playing.
Teixeira now with probably 100 yards the way they've been playing all night. Aiden has been incredible for San Jose tonight as they line up an empty set here. Brady White looks him for a man. Oh, unable to find, I think it was number 84, Jamar Shelton again, but incomplete.
Mars Shelton at the 1 yard line. That's clearly what Brady loves to do, is get Shelton in those little slot crossing patterns right in the red zone.
2 minutes, 11 seconds to go. They are near 1 yard away from the red zone. They line up with, I think that's Harleman in the backfield again. Offset eye here. Single back. Harleman gets the carry. Will pick up 2 yards. No, that's Rashawn Williams this time, but 2 minutes and 1 second now. This will take us to the 2-minute warning. Folks, don't keep your eyes away from this game. We are 1 touchdown away from San Jose taking the win, or perhaps coming away short from a comeback loss. I say comeback here, John. They're the ones who've been leading all game. It's Birmingham who've put themselves in this great spot here, but San Jose, second down here inside the red zone, will throw out of quads look, throw to the outside, deflected. It's a 4th down. You got to go for this, John. You can't settle for a field goal.
You certainly can't, because it's a 4-point deficit, and going for a field goal and an onside kick is just too low percentage of play. But that's exactly what they're going for. They're going to take the 3 and either put trust in their defense that they're going to get a 3 and out, or we might see that onside kick unit take the field.
Kick is up and kick is good. They'll settle for 3, and arguments can be made about if they went for it on 4th down. You know, even if they don't make it, right, and they turn the ball over and rely on their defense anyway, they still need to score anyway, right? This one just lessens the load and, you know, into a field goal instead of a touchdown to get the lead back. Let's see if this onside kick will work. Recovered by San Jose. Oh my God.
The unbelievable turn of events. San Jose gets the onside kick with a beautiful play by tight end Dan Curley to get it back for the flight.
JW said, "I don't like that," referring to the field goal. I think his next chat message will be, "I like that," as they now have the ball back. And they got 1 minute 50 seconds to score a field goal here, John. I think the wins are now in the favor of San Jose. They run it. They want to be the last team to hold it.
Absolutely incredible turn of events. Egg on my face like I'm one of the 3 Stooges. Just an incredibly gutsy set of moves by the San Jose flight. and it pays off with the onside recovery. The question is, can they turn it into the necessary points?
So much special team shenanigans. We had this return fumble, first down here gained by Harleman. There was the return fumble by San Jose to give it back to Birmingham. And then now Birmingham unable to collect the onside kick and give San Jose a chance to kick the game-winning field goal. There's 1 minute to go here as San Jose finally lines up an empty set. Brady White here. It's going to be spike territory now. He'll throw to the outside. That is caught. No. Oh, it is caught. Caught by Texera, but they got to go. 50 seconds to go. They are at the 39-yard line. They're just a few yards away from the field goal range of Silla Aldmere.
Ice in their veins, no rush to the line, no timeouts. They are taking their time, absolutely comfortable that Silla is going to be able to make this kick.
And you got runners like Harleman picking up 3-4 yards. You're just inching closer. I think they are just at the cusp of Silla's range. This would be a 50-yarder if they kick it here.
And now we have the opposite. Birmingham is suddenly feeling the sweat on their brow, and they're calling the timeouts because they understand exactly where they are on the field. And if they don't get a stop here, we could be calling a very different game.
They're looking to throw, and they find him. What a throw by Brady White to Jamar Shelton.
And there's Shelton in the red zone again, and the flight rush to the line. Brady back to the air again, and it's another reception.
And they call the timeout. Oh my goodness. I'm surprised Brady White didn't spike it.
What an incredible set of plays. The flight are literally flying through this final offensive possession as Brady White is nearing the 250 mark. 12
seconds to go. I think they might pass this. I don't know what they're going to do here. They have Rashawn Williams in the backfield. They could hand this off for a touchdown. Just don't turn this over. Brady White will throw. Brady White has pressure. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
Jamar Shelton with the touchdown.
Break it down, John.
Just an incredible play. We've seen Shelton make this crossing and dragging route at the 1-yard line time and time again, whether it's from 20 yards away, 10 yards away, or in this case 3 yards away. And here we see it paying off for a second time here in the second half. Shelton with his second receiving touchdown of the second.
They're going for 2, trying to make this a 7-point lead. Can they get there? Go on, Brooklyn Williams, and yes! Give
Williams
2 more!
punching it home. Oh, with a beautiful toss to the outside, just incredible blocking, and Williams shedding the tackle to force the issue and put San Jose with a commanding 7-point lead with just 9 seconds to go here in the fourth.
Well, Nolan Pierce needs to work his magic. This kicking range won't be in the end zone. No touchback happening here. Here's Nolan Pierce on the return. Has open space. Breaks 1 tackle. There's 3 seconds of the clock.
Gonna go Hail Mary and count your rosary beads because Birmingham has no choice but a prayer here.
Start bringing out those 200 bead rosaries for this Hail Mary play here. 1 play. Folks, this is the final play of the game. There will be only 1 winner, no overtime. Well, maybe if Birmingham makes this. He's going to line up in shotgun. Jordan Goodman has played one of the best games a quarterback can play. Deep step back, will throw deep, deflected. There's no more time in the clock. It's game over. San Jose touches out a 7-point victory in the final 2 minutes of the ball game with a win.
And you said it, Jordan Gooden could not have played a better game here tonight, but at the end of the day, the defending champion San Jose Flight raised the banner and did it with pride. Anybody who left the stadium to beat traffic made the wrong choice tonight because you do not count out Brady White in the end. What they called here, the plays, the special teams, the offense and the defense, all 3 phases of this game, the San Jose Flight were clicking when it mattered most.
And you talk about clutch, they allowed 21 points to Birmingham in the 3rd quarter. But in the final frame, San Jose scores 11-0, holding Birmingham scoreless in the fourth and final frame. They go on to win in spectacular fashion here in San Jose in the Thunderbird Field. You have a player of the game here, John, before we go?
I'm going to have to give it to Rashawn Williams. The 2 touchdowns in the first half, and then that absolutely crucial 2-point conversion to steal it in the second half. With every player playing their absolute hearts out tonight, you got to give your hat to the lead back for the San Jose flight, Rashawn Williams.
He's a good choice. I'll give the second game ball to Jamar Shelton, who played way better than anyone expected, and great passing options for Brady White. But that is it for us, folks. We got one more ball game coming up in about half an hour. Don't go. Stick with us here in the Virtual Football Network. We got another minor league game to go. But for us here in San Jose, thanks for joining us and have a good night. We'll see ya.